Greetings, pioneers of the zodiac, children of Mars, planet of war, passion, and uncompromising will. You're the first impulse of the universe, the spark that ignites the stars. Today, we won't talk about hopes. Aries don't dream. They set goals and seize territory. Today, we're talking about breakthrough strategy, about that moment when accumulated tension transforms into quality of action. If you're here, you can already smell the change, like ozone before a thunderstorm or hot metal. Let's take an honest look at what's been happening in your psyche in recent weeks. Have you felt this debilitating pressure? It's like you're a race car with the handbrake on, but the gas pedal to the floor. The engine roars, the revs go through the roof, the temperature rises, but there's no movement. You're shaking from the internal vibrations, your blood boils, but the reality around you feels viscous, as if you're running underwater. It's like a compressed spring. You are haunted by unreasonable rage, outbursts of anger, and the feeling that those around you are deliberately mocking you with their slowness. You banged your head against the glass ceiling. But this wasn't punishment. It was a necessary accumulation phase. The universe was drawing its bowstring, and you were that arrow waiting to fly. On January 6th, the fingers of fate unclench. The astrological picture changes instantly. We enter a zone of turbulence, where your ruler, Mars, enters a harsh but productive configuration. This is not the soft energy of Neptune, where everything happens naturally. This is a harsh, masculine, yang energy. The moon in the fiery sign of Leo creates a powerful royal trine to your sun. All that energy that was burning you from within now receives a vector. It turns into a laser beam. On this day, space ceases to resist. What was a concrete wall yesterday is today a paper screen that you can tear through with a single blow. But remember, the universe is deaf to requests today. It responds only to a sudden burst of willpower. To action. Today's horoscope is not a weather forecast. It's a battle order. On January 6th, a portal of direct materialization opens. Any thought, backed by fierce desire and physical action, is instantly realized. You don't get what you want. You wrest it from reality by the right of the strong. This is a day of absolute dominance. However, I must warn you of a fatal mistake that can turn triumph into ruin. This is the blank shot trap. Your energy now resembles a nuclear reactor. Aries' main mistake is to dissipate this potential on trivial matters. Arguments, proving your case, or everyday squabbles. If you waste this momentum on conflict or tilting at windmills on January 6th, you'll empty your tank in a second. There won't be any fuel left for your primary goal, and you'll simply burn out, leaving behind only ashes. Your task is total focus. You must become a sniper, not a machine gunner firing blindly. Don't give in to euphoria and chaos. If you allow emotions to control you, the energy of Mars will tear you apart from the inside. You must be as cold as a blade and as hot as a forge. Balancing an icy mind and a fiery heart is the key to this day. Are you ready to learn the mechanics of directing this flow precisely to the target? Let's unpack the anatomy of your success. Aries often suffer from a paradoxical affliction. Excess energy blocks the very possibility of movement. It's like an electrical system that's overloaded with voltage. Fuse breakers trip, lights go out, the system grinds to a halt. In recent months, you may have felt exactly this. You want to take a step, but your body feels like lead, and your brain starts generating 1,000 reasons why now is not the time. This is Saturn at work, trying to bring structure to your chaos. But on January 6th, Saturn retreats before the onslaught of Martian fury. Today, mechanics change. Today, only one law of physics applies. Inertia can only be overcome by an explosive impulse. You can't push a heavy stone slowly. You'll only strain your back. You need to hit it, move it, accelerate it with a sharp jerk. The psychology of this day requires you to abandon Aries' greatest enemy, the inner dialogue. You're used to thinking of yourself as people of action, but let's be honest, how much time do you spend in your head, playing out victory scenarios that never materialize? How many times have you engaged in dialogue with offenders who aren't even there? On January 6th, this mental noise must be turned off. You must transform into a machine, into pure functionality. The mechanics of the day are as follows. There should be no time gap between the impulse, I want, and the action, I do. If you have an idea, you have exactly 3 seconds to take the first physical step toward its implementation. Not write it down in your diary, not think it through, not consult with your partner, but do it. Call, write, buy a ticket, throw out the junk, cut it off. If you miss these 3 seconds, your brain will turn on, fear will turn on, logic will turn on, and the moment will be lost. The energy of Mars will sour, turning into auto-aggression. You'll start getting angry at yourself again for inaction. On this day, the universe operates like a giant, hypersensitive radar. It scans the space for fluctuations in willpower. It ignores weak signals. It perceives doubts as requests to leave everything as is. But it instantly picks up a fierce, clear signal for action and unfolds a series of events accordingly. Have you noticed that when you're truly angry and decide, come what may, everything works out for the best? This is your magic, the magic of the state of effect. On January 6th, you must artificially induce this state of controlled effect. You must become angry at your stagnation. You must feel a physical revulsion at the place where you're stuck. What does this look like in practice? January 6th requires physical confirmation of your intentions. Mars is the body. Mars is muscles, blood, adrenaline. You can't ask for a lot of money while lying on the couch. Energy won't flow into a static body. The instructions are strict. Start the morning with physical overload. Give your body a stressful time. Cold water, running until your lungs burst, heavy weights, anything that gets your heart pounding like a war machine. This isn't about health, it's about a hormonal boost. You need to burn off the cortisol of fear and activate the dopamine of victory. Once your body wakes up, it will pull your psyche along with it. You'll feel your head clearing, the fog of doubt disappearing, leaving only a crystal clear vision of your goal. Your main battle on January 6th won't be with external circumstances. They, as I said, will be as malleable as clay. The battle will be with your past experiences. Your memory will feed you files of old failures, whispering, "You've tried it before, it didn't work, why risk it again?" You should perceive this voice as static on the radio. It's not you. It's the echo of an old program that we're deleting today. The worst thing for an Aries is not losing. The worst thing is not joining the game. It's better to do something and regret it than not to do it and rot alive in a comfortable swamp. And another critically important aspect of mechanics, the Battering Ram principle. If you encounter an obstacle on January 6th, be it a bureaucratic refusal, a no from a client, or a technical glitch, don't back down. Don't look for shortcuts. Only direct pressure works on this day. Insist. Demand. Repeat your request louder and more confidently. Wednesday's resistance on this day is illusory. This is a test of the seriousness of your intentions. The universe asks, do you really want this, or are you just playing? If you back down after the first no, you'll fail the test. If you increase the pressure, the wall will crumble to dust. Remember, Aries isn't about diplomacy. Aries is about the rights of the strong. Today, you have the right to be inconvenient, loud, and demanding. Your modesty today is a betrayal of your potential. People will sense your power on a subconscious level. They'll give way to you not because you're right, but because your energy will sweep them off their feet. Use this. Don't apologize for your power. Let the world adapt to you, not you to the world. This, I am the law state, should become your basic firmware for this day. Are you ready to accept this power and responsibility? Are you ready to stop being a victim of circumstances and become their architect? Then let's move on to the very essence of the transformation. We're approaching the most dangerous and simultaneously most magnificent moment of this scenario. Do you know why most Aries, despite possessing colossal potential, often find themselves back at the bottom of their game in midlife? Because you're masters of the start, but amateurs of the finish. You know how to light a match, but you're afraid to stoke a fire when the flames start to burn your face. On January 6th, the universe presents you with an ultimatum. Either you go all the way, burning bridges behind you, or you don't start at all. Half measures on this day are poison. The aspect of Mars dictates a strict rule, all or nothing. The psychology of this day demands that you embrace the concept of the point of no return. You must take an action that cannot be undone. This is the highest magic of Aries. As long as you have a retreat, as long as you have a plan B, as long as you think, if this doesn't work out, I'll go back to my old job, you've lost. Energy drains through this safety net. On January 6th, you must seal that exit. If you're quitting your job, write your resignation and put it on the table. If you're confessing your feelings, do it in such a way that there's no way back into the friend zone. If you're launching a project, invest everything you have in it so that the fear of loss drives you to move at the speed of light. It should feel like you're jumping with a parachute, stepping into the abyss, the wind whistling in your ears, and the absolute understanding that there's no way to get back on the plane. It's in this state of free fall that Aries grows wings. Let's examine the projection of this energy onto the matter of money. For Aries, money isn't security as it is for Taurus, or power as it is for Capricorn. For you, money is ammunition. It's a resource for capturing new territory. January 6th is the ideal day for aggressive financial expansion. Stop saving and hoarding. This is the energy of contraction. It kills your fiery nature. Start investing in yourself, your business, and your tools for dominance. Buy what makes you stronger, faster, more efficient. If you've been afraid to tell a client a high price, name it today. Don't ask, state it. It's worth this much. Period. No excuses, no tremors in your voice. You'll be surprised, but on January 6th, people are willing to pay you for your arrogance, for your confidence. They're not buying your product. They're buying a piece of your animal strength, hoping it will rub off on them. Sell your energy at a high price. In relationships, this day works like a surgeon's scalpel. Masaboho. If you have a relationship in your life that's dragging on through inertia that's died out, but you habitually drag its corpse on your back, January 6th is the perfect day for a funeral. It sounds harsh, but it's an act of mercy. A sharp break is better than slowly sawing off the tail piece by piece. Be honest. Your truth may hurt, but it heals. On the other hand, if you want to win someone over, forget the hints. Aries is a conqueror. A direct declaration of your intentions is hypnotic. Walk up to them and say, "You will be with me." There's no violence in this, only a natural power that's irresistible. Women sense the steel of a man in this. Men sense the passion of a Valkyrie. Forget social games. Be primal. But here lies another mental trap, which I call the God syndrome. When you start to succeed, and you will, when you taste blood and victory, you can get carried away. You can start to crush those weaker, simply for the pleasure of feeling your own power. Stop. Mars is a warrior, not a sadist. Your aggression should be directed at obstacles, not at people. Don't humiliate the defeated. Don't trample on those who cannot fight back. Your strength should be noble. You are a king who defends his borders, not a barbarian who burns villages. Maintain a cool dignity. Concrete strength does not mean cruelty. Concrete is the foundation, the support upon which a skyscraper is built. Be that foundation for yourself and your loved ones. Safety instructions for the evening of January 6th. Energy will be off the charts. If you don't channel it constructively during the day, it will turn into insomnia, migraines, or domestic squabbles in the evening. You need to ground this electrical discharge. The best remedy is fire or metal. If possible, spend time near a live fire. If not, pick up something heavy, metal, dumbbells, tools, and feel the coldness of the steel, its weight. This will bring you back to your body. Don't try to douse this fire with alcohol. It will lead to an explosion you'll regret for years. Alcohol removes your inhibitions, and you already have none today. Maintain clarity. You're a fighter pilot in afterburners. One wrong move on the control column, and the G-forces will rip the skin apart. You stand on the threshold of a new reality. The old skin has become tight. It's bursting at the seams. Painful? Yes. Scary? Insanely. But the process of birth is always associated with pain and blood. You're giving birth to a new you. Someone who no longer asks for permission to live. Someone who takes what's his. Are you ready to secure this status? You are ready to undergo the Rita. Are you dreaming of the coronation of your inner emperor? Then get ready. The final chord will sound like a hammer striking the anvil of fate. We've reached the final frontier. Right now, at this very moment, as my voice rings out, an irreversible transformation of your mental structure is taking place. Can you feel it? This isn't just information you've heard. It's a code that's already embedded in your subconscious. That heaviness you felt at the beginning, that coiled spring within your solar plexus, it's no longer a problem. It's now your engine. You're no longer a victim of circumstance, awaiting a gift from fate. You're a predator on the hunt. You're a commander who views the map of your life, not with hope, but with the cold calculation of a conqueror. The old version of you, the doubting, reflective, approval-seeking one, is a thing of the past. It burned in the furnace of this realization. Before us is pure, distilled will clothed in matter. January 6th is your coronation day, but the crown of Aries isn't donned to the sound of fanfares on velvet cushions. This crown is forged right on your head with hammer blows, while the metal is still red. It's painful, it's hot, but only then does it become a part of you. You must understand, the universe doesn't give guarantees. It gives opportunities. And today, it has opened the gates for you. Whether you enter them or remain standing at the threshold, shifting from foot to foot, depends solely on the strength of your inner core. You have received instructions. You have learned the mechanics of breakthrough. You have the maps, the weapons, and the strategy. Now you need the final element. You need initiation. You need an action that will seal this contract between you and the higher powers of Mars. Psychologically, we need to perform a ritual so that the brain stops perceiving change as a threat and begins to perceive it as an accomplished fact. We must ground mental energy in the physical world. Otherwise, it will dissipate like vapor. The ritual I will give you now is called Steel Grip. It is as simple as a knife thrust, but as effective as a point-blank shot. It doesn't require candles, a full moon, or complicated paraphernalia. It only requires your hand and any metal object. Metal is the element of Mars. The iron in your blood and the iron in your hand should resonate. Instructions for the Steel Grip ritual. Preparation. Find any metal object that fits in your fist. It could be a coin, a heavy key, a nut, a ring, or even a nail. It's important that it be a cold, hard metal. Find a secluded spot. Stand up straight, feet shoulder-width apart. Feel your feet rooted to the floor, as if you were a concrete column that couldn't be moved. Tension. Take the object in your right hand, or left if you're left-handed. This is your active, giving hand. Begin to clench your fist. Squeeze slowly, gradually increasing the pressure. Feel the cold metal against your skin. Peak. Squeeze with all your might, until your knuckles turn white, until your forearm trembles, until a slight pain. At this point, when the physical tension reaches its peak, close your eyes and imagine your main goal not as a dream, but as a trophy already captured. Imagine you're already holding it in your hand. This goal is within your control. You've crushed environmental resistance. You're stronger than your circumstances. The metal in your hand is the throat of your problem, and you hold it with a death grip. Affirmation. Maintaining maximum tension through clenched teeth, whispering or loudly as the situation allows. But with absolute, ringing fury, say, "My will is steel. My word is law. I take what's mine by right of might." Release. Sharply release your hand. Throw the object onto the table or floor. Hear the sound of metal striking the floor. This is the sound of stamp. At this moment, you should feel a wave of heat rush from your shoulder throughout your entire body. Exhale sharply with a sound. That's it. The program is running. After this ritual, you will feel a strange state, a mixture of calm and a readiness to kill, metaphorically speaking. Don't waste it. Go and do what you must. Call, write, demand, build, break the old. Today, the world is malleable under your fingers. And remember, everyone who writes the code phrase in the comments now takes their first step into the material world. A comment is not just text. It is your signature on a contract with your own destiny. You declare your intention to the universe and to thousands of other people. You are stepping out of the shadows. Don't be afraid to speak out loud. Let them see. Let them know. Let them fear your determination. Write this phrase in the comment. Let every letter be imbued with your confidence. Let it be your battle cry, shaking the walls of doubt. I do not ask. I take what's mine. The road is open. The brakes are off. Only forward.